We are watching Birdie Gen Z College Experience, yeah, featuring the duck. So, this could be a quick video, you know what I'm saying? On this channel. Also got a gaming channel, check that out. So, let's get into it.
College. As somebody who is now a college veteran, I can say with 100% certainty that it definitely has its pros and cons. There's a lot of ass things about college, but there's also some things that can be good about it. Like, for example, you could join a club, get involved, whatever, but at the same time, you could have nights where you have 7 assignments due and you have to do the greatest crunch of your life. And since now I'm in my final year of college, I figured I'd make a video going over some things I wish I knew before going. And the journey all begins with the application process. Now, during this time, I was
I mean, we're like, for college, I mean, I know you gotta get good grades if you want to be in college. I don't know. I don't even know if I want to go to college, though. That's my thing.
really supposed to sit there and think, ponder about what school I wanted to go to, and also about what major I wanted to pick. But let's just say I did not do that. I just went to the first school I got into and just said, you know what? This one seems cool. And as for my major, how am I supposed to know what to do for the rest of my life at 18 years old? So I just picked a major and I was completely clueless if I was even gonna like it or not. And also, another thing I definitely should have put thought into is how I was even gonna pay for this shit. In the United States, bro, this shit is an arm and a leg.
I'm scared to go to college though, because like some people be in debt for the rest of their lives. So I'm like, is it worth it for me? I don't know, dude.
It's so bad. Even my teachers talk about how trash the tuition is. Whether you're extremely enthusiastic about college or you just hate it altogether and you're just here for your degree, I think that this is something that we can all agree on. And if you're struggling to find a job after you graduate, that just makes it even harder to pay off. And that's not even the craziest part. Some colleges will have the audacity, as soon as you walk across that stage, they will email you asking for donations. I didn't even finish paying my tuition yet. You gotta give me time to pay this shit off, dude. Then you get accepted, you pay your first semester, and then the day comes. You feel like Mike Wazowski running across that campus. The big leagues have officially called you. You're ready to go. You're at Harvard University. You open the door to your dorm room, and it looks like this. Yeah, I'm not even kidding. This is what Harvard dorm rooms look like. I deadass thought it was gonna be some shit out
I'll look clean. At least it's clean. You just gotta pray your roommate clean though.
of Hogwarts, but apparently this is it. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. This is exactly what my dorm room looked like. Except
Hell like, you know that like that was like the university that Kai Cenat put back in like 2025. Streamer thingy.
I was in a 4-person room. Thank God, dude. So you gotta make something out of this dorm room. You rearrange it to make it look like your new home. Even though there's no space at all, you gotta make do at your living situation. And when you first get there, it's welcome week. So you're trying to make friends, get to know people in your building, and just get used to living there. I wasn't really fond of the bathrooms or the food when I was there. The food was just kind of mid. I had a meal plan. I might as well make use of it. And the bathrooms were a community bath. I shared
Yeah,
that shit with my entire floor. So when nobody cleaned that shit, you can imagine how disgusting the bathroom was. There were some mornings where I opened the shower curtain and I'm just like, I'm not doing this. I walked all the way to a different bathroom just to take a shower. So I dormed as a freshman.
they don't got showers inside the dorms. Like when y'all in there, like you gotta go like downstairs and upstairs to take showers. That's nasty though. Like how would you know if like there's nobody in there? It did like thousands of kids in one building at a college.
And I did not with it. So I decided not to live at the school the next year. But once you get comfortable and welcome week is over, it's time. You better prepare to sell your soul to this shit the entire semester. Okay, it's not that bad, but you get the point. Be prepared to work your ass off. I don't know how it is at anybody else's college watching this, but me, I can't skip days. I only have so many skips before I fail the class. And most teachers have an attendance policy, so I can't really get around it. I mean, it could be an all bark, no bite type of situation where they just want you to show up to class, but I'm not trying to risk it. I'm trying to just pass and be done. And of course, once you get to your classes, you'll realize the type of professors that you gotta deal with. And the worst type by far are is the dude that just reads off the slides. You could have just posted the lecture and I would have done it myself, bro. There's no reason for me to pull up every single day if all they're gonna do is just read the slides. They don't even comment about what they're reading. They don't make jokes, nothing. They got me falling asleep even.
Those be the most boring teachers. They really right. They like don't know. So I hate those teachers, right? They expect you to stay up. So I feel like if it's like too boring, I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm go to sleep for getting bored easily. So I'm like, just uh-uh.
after a cup of coffee in the morning. But of course, another type of professor I run into commonly is teachers that just yap to fill up the entire block. If there's something that we absolutely do not need to hear about, why are you saying it? Like, it's fine if you occasionally get sidetracked, but if you go on a side tangent every 5 minutes, it just gets annoying. It's just filler.
No, that's be fire though. No, you gotta hear me out though. Look, like when they talking, right? They wasting class time, right? You don't want to be in class. And then like when they done talking, like you don't gotta do the work anymore. Just they talking too much.
Don't need it. You don't have to hold us the entire time, bro. It's okay to let us out early once in a while. Everyone's gonna be hyped, bro. No one's gonna complain about it. And the worst part about it is, if it applied to me or if it was somewhat interesting to me, I would actually be paying attention. There were some classes where I feel like I've learned a lot from and they were really interesting, but there are some that are just bullshit filler classes. There's no reason that I should be doing a science lab. Like, I get it. Oh, you gotta be well-rounded and all that, but dude, there's no way I'm ever going to be working in a laboratory. Like, I'm just not built for that shit, dude. But the next thing that I can say with certainty that pisses me off a lot, textbooks. Why are they so expensive? I just don't get it. There's no reason I should be forking over $500 for all my textbooks. They'll usually show what textbook we need for the class, and at first I try to see if I can get by without it. And if I can't, then I'll see the cheapest possible way I can get it. All that just for these textbooks to collect dust after the semester's over. And honestly, the physical books aren't even really that bad compared to McGraw-Hill. This
I
website,
hate
this
that.
shit's ass.
That's where you solids from.
$200 for this. It's just straight up busy work. I remember the first time I opened up McGraw-Hill, my economics teacher gave me a homework assignment, and it was 140 questions. And in order to advance, I actually had to get them right. There's no way all these concepts are
Uh, 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 what? 40 questions.
whatever they are gonna be on the test. So I don't understand why they're assigning all these questions. You're just giving out busy work. Just give us what's gonna be on the test so we can practice it. So I feel like because of this, I'm just giving my brain a bunch of pointless information I'm not gonna need. Like, there was so much shit I could have been doing instead of that. I could have been working on a video, hanging out with my friends, hell, even doom scroll instead of this. But by the time you get to your exam, you think the teacher would sit down and think, do they have enough time?
Politics. Now, not anybody go to class watching this, but like for like the slam chance you do. How hard is that? Like, because he got 140 questions to pass. Like, I know the question like literally impossible.
Time to actually do this exam, but some teachers don't. They give you no time to actually do the damn thing. Like, if I'm sweating in front of my computer just spamming buttons, does it look like I have enough time to actually do this thing? In my last semester, there was one class where I had to literally buzzer beater submit my exams and just hope for the best. Or you'll just see the most unfamiliar shit ever that you didn't even go over in class at all. Either I was just not paying
Does he
attention
even
and
do?
just being an idiot, or they never even went over this shit. And the scariest part about it is when the exams are worth so much of your grade that if you do not pass them, you're f***ed. In that same class, I had no time.
That what you be doing at high school, bro. Especially what is it? History, bro. Especially at history. Because like every time like the test, like history's my worst subject to be honest. Cause like I can't remember all that. It goes to another year, then we gotta do a test. And then like that'd be so hard. Like that'd be so annoying. Like history is literally the hardest grade to get up.
The exams were 90% of my grade. And let's just say I studied the most I've ever studied in my whole life. But that's only happened a couple times though. It really depends on the professor you get. This could not be a college video without talking about midterms and finals. Now, midterms is just the warm-up. You know, it's not so bad, but it's still pretty bad. You get hit with a bunch of tests at once, so it's kind of annoying to deal with. But it's somewhat manageable if you start doing your shit early. But bro, I don't know what it is about that last 2 weeks of the semester. I'm always sitting there with like 7 missing assignments and 1 week left to do all of them. And these aren't like assignments that I could just complete in a moment's notice. No, I need like mad time on these. They think
You're
for
cooked,
whatever
buddy.
reason that nobody else is handing out work during these periods. So they're just like, yeah, you know what? Let me hand out more work than I normally do. I swear to God, bro, some professors don't even remember that we have 4 other classes to deal with. You got all of these assignments and you got final exams coming up the next week. Now, I'm not going to sit here and act like I do terrible on the exams or anything. I usually do pretty solid on them. I don't try hard or anything, but I feel like I'm doing just enough to get by. I try, but not too hard. And now, one thing that I definitely want to answer in this video is a lot of you are probably asking, yo, weren't you doing YouTube full time, bro? Why did you go back to school? What happened, man? I thought you were this college dropout, risk taker. I fell the fuck up. Okay, I'm just kidding. In all seriousness, though, I was a junior. I was more than halfway done. I spent a lot of my money on school, so might as well just get the piece of paper and dip. And plus, I get content from life experiences. I can't do this by myself. I gotta summon my brother, the duck, to hop on the video.
So Birdie had to get me on here to talk about some presentations. Now, the grading is pretty easy on some presentations depending who you have. But I would be lying if I said this was all sunshine and rainbows. Now, it could be because I tweak up there. The minute I hear my voice echoing throughout the room, and me being the only one speaking, all eyes on me, that shit just gets me nervous as I don't even try to look at the classroom or nothing like that. Do the little hand gestures. I just read the slide and look at the teacher. That's it. I don't do that unless I'm comfortable with the topic. But most of the time when you're assigned a presentation, it's never things you want to talk about. You gotta be an expert on some bullshit for the next 5 to 10 minutes. And I've had some disastrous presentations on things I don't know what I'm talking about. I fold immediately when I don't know something. And especially when I get interrupted during a presentation. You can consider me out.
It works for y'all, but like, if you all you do, if you just like look at it and then just read it, you're gonna get an F because what's it like? You gotta look at the class while you're reading it. Like, hold up. I don't know if it's going off for y'all, but like when we presentate, like we gotta look at the class and stuff. Or if we just look at it and just read it, we gonna fail because we not like doing that. I don't know what, but like you gotta give it energy. If you don't give it energy in a class, like they will just give you a big fat E. That's at least for my class. I don't know if they do that for y'all.
For the count. There was one time a teacher interrupted me and tried to crack a joke, tried to make a class laugh, clown on me and my group members. But bro, just let me finish the presentation. Is it that difficult? That shit genuinely felt like a humiliation ritual. I mean, it helped a little bit that I knew most of the people in the class, but still. And there were plenty of others where I couldn't answer a certain question or whatever it was. You know how that goes. Parties. Now, at least I could be a lot more positive in this segment. Who doesn't love a party? So far, some of them I've been to been good, and others I've literally had a square foot of space. It was really close to a mosh pit in there. And there were even points during the night where I was close to the wall because there was no space at all. And all the times I've been, the aux has been fired. And now the only reason I was even able to get into that square foot of space was
Right.
because I rushed. Yeah, I rushed. I rushed a frat. So yeah, me and Birdie rushed a frat, and it went horrendous. We didn't get in, but at least we got into a party right before we got rejected. Okay, look, I didn't have to do anything crazy before you sit there and say I was doing humiliation rituals in the basement of a frat
You
house
did it to
with
yourself.
random condiments all over me. Nah, trust, bro. I would have been out of there if some bullshit like that happened. Okay, I'm definitely gonna get cooked for saying I rushed a frat. I could have done anything else on campus, but I chose that.
And of course, in some classes, you definitely have to keep in mind that there will be group projects.
At school, bro, I'm not gonna lie, growing up, it's still today, bro. School partner projects is literally the worst thing about school entirely, bro. I can't stand that. Especially when they group you with somebody that don't do no work. It be so annoying. It be mad annoying.
And now group projects aren't all that bad. You get to work with a group. It makes it a little easier. And the main problem with group projects is one, most of the time, they want you to do them outside of class entirely. And
I
two,
never did that.
depending on who you get in your group, you could be putting the whole group on your back. Doing the whole thing by yourself, one of the top 10 worst human experiences I would not wish on my worst enemy. This shit really is Russian roulette, but for your grade. And for the most part, in group projects, I've been pretty good. Everybody contributed equally. We all got good grades, and that was it. But there were times where I've had people in my groups that were just a bum. Like, how did they even make it this far into college? I don't get it. Like, they might have just got carried their whole career. And I'm not even kidding, bro. This dude that I was in a group with straight up copied and pasted ChatGPT. Like, he couldn't even rewrite what the AI said. Nope, he just copied and pasted the entire paragraph.
So stupid. They can see that. Like, if you copy paste, they can see all that. That's what you gotta put it in your own words. You go use ChatGPT, right? If you go copy and paste it, you put through like an AI check and go get rid of all that bot stuff, or just put it in your own words. It can't be that hard.
That it gave him. And because he did that, we all would have failed the project if I didn't catch it. And we also would have got suspended. At this point, everybody uses AI to help them with their schoolwork, but at the same time, you can't let AI just do everything for you. Speaking of AI, I could not go the whole video without talking about this. What sucks is somebody could write a whole paper without using AI at all, and they will get falsely accused of using AI. That has got to be the worst feeling as a college student.
That never happened to me before, but I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see if it's gonna happen to me in the future, though.
Because what do you even do? Like, they're basically insulting your writing, for one. And two, they're possibly giving you a 0 on that assignment. So even if I don't use AI at all, I'm still always running my shit through AI checkers to make sure that nothing that I wrote sounds robotic. But yeah, we really are in a weird time, man. Watch this video about AI. Just click on it.
All right, y'all. That's it for the video. And we are all right. Check out my gaming channel. I'll see y'all till later. And peace.